Yes.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, this institution is a key institution to governance and democracy. The leader of opposition raised the issues of abduction, issues of raiding political parties' offices, but also we have an unfinished issue of the implementation of the Supreme Court judgment. I thought that the Attorney General is going to develop appetite to respond to these issues. Because as far as I know, you have partially transmitted files. There are other people who are still crying there before they are in jail. Their warrants ended. I thought you will brief Parliament, because Parliament, and I want to thank you, Madam Speaker, on this issue. But I'm raising a procedure. I don't know what's wrong with people who put on military uniforms when they are civilians. Because in the military, there are no procedure. Is that what you want to suggest, Honorable Abe? When others are raising procedure, you wait. Procedure are not raised concurrently. So, Madam Speaker, I want to seek for your indulgence for the Attorney General to lay the fears, not only of those of us who are here, but the country, on issues of abduction, issues of raiding political parties' headquarters, but also issues of getting everybody who has a file, like the Supreme Court ruled, transferred. When are they going to be transferred? You cannot transfer them at leisure.
Honourable members, I am happy that the rules of procedure were made by us in this House. And when I see senior members of Parliament not respecting the rules of procedure, I want to refer you to Rule 2222, reconsideration of a decision of the House. It is out of order to attempt to reconsider a specific question. Remember, that question was raised and it was forwarded to Attorney General. Attorney General cannot give you a feedback. We have given him the information and he's going to come back to the House and give you a feedback. He does not keep those people in his brain. Those people are somewhere. He has to go and consult and find. The other day you raised an issue, and I am happy you have come back to say the issue was solved, and that issue will equally be solved. We are here to work for people outside there. We are not working for ourselves. It is to our best interest that everybody is peaceful in this country. Next item.
But Madam Speaker, the same rules as you have cited them, they limit the interaction of the Speaker. Reason is that the rules don't want the Speaker to be the one answering on behalf of government.
Honourable Minister. Yes.
Honourable Speaker, I want to thank you, and with your permission, I could clarify that small issue. Our political party, our doors are open to anybody that comes to us to advocate for them. So elders from TESO came to our office. I don't know if you wanted us to chase them away, but they came and raised their concerns and said, please advocate for us as TESO claimants for us to be paid. We received them. I don't know what's illegal about that. But let me not be distracted, Right Honourable Speaker.
Honourable Attorney General, he says he has a list. He's talking about a list that
Right Honourable Speaker, the issue of the Right Honourable Prime Minister, because she was saying there's no evidence, police released the statement. And Right Honourable Speaker, I want to agree with the Prime Minister that this Parliament discusses critical issues, and that's why you normally encourage us to be here by 2. By 2, you were in your chair. The Prime Minister came very late. If you respect the issues of Parliament, please come early, like the rest of us.
She didn't come late.
Honourable Speaker, she was not here at 2. That's the truth.
Come late.
But let me wrap up
She
with
did
this
come
issue,
late.
Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members.
Right Honorable Speaker.
Order.
Lope, you sit. Lope, you sit. Lope, you sit. Can we go to the next item? Next item. Next item. Next item.
Motion.
We will handle your issues. Next item.
Motion for a resolution of Parliament to authorize government.
What is your issue?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. In fact, I would have been done had I not been interrupted by the Prime Minister. Right Honorable Speaker, I have a list that I would like to table here for the attention of the Attorney General. The Supreme Court delivered a ruling saying for matters that had been handled by the court-martial, either free these people or transfer their files to the civilian courts. Some of these files were transferred. There's several other lists, people whose files have not been transferred. Let me table this list, Right Honorable Speaker.
Give it to AG.
It has got names Sechitoleko Yasin Machete, who is on hunger strike, Kavuma Musa, Gibsiwa Abdallah, Kalanzi Sharif, Mwonge Joseph, Jimmy Galukande, Kato Umar, Abdallah Chintu, Mwase Patrick, Agaba Anthony, Angulibo Siraj, Andama Habza, Ida Kasim, and finally, Buga Ratib. These people were remanded by the court-martial, which no longer has authority over them.
Give it to
When are their files going to be transferred to the civilian courts like everybody else? Because their being on remand under the court-martial has got no place in the law.
Give it
Government
to
and Attorney General, when are these files going to be transferred to the civilian courts? I do lay the list, Right Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable members, when you make the House unruly, you'll miss out even to speak what you're supposed to speak. But I want to retaliate this. And this information goes even to the people out there. This madness of parading our old parents. Huh? Order to who? You cannot start parading all the people in the name of compensation. You bring all the people all the way from Teso. That can never happen, and it should never happen. And we are looking for the people who are doing that. Next item.
Item 3 on the order paper. Motion for a resolution of Parliament to authorize government to borrow up to United States dollars 100 million from the Arab Bank for Economic Development in Africa, BADEA, private window. United States dollars 50 million from the Arab Bank for Economic Development in Africa, public window, and United States dollars 25 million from the OPEC Fund for International Development to capitalize Uganda Development Bank Limited. 2, to authorize government to guarantee Uganda Development Bank Limited to directly borrow up to United States dollars 40 million from the Islamic Development Bank, United States dollars 30 million from the Islamic Corporation for the development of the private sector, and United States dollars 30 million from the International Islamic Trade Finance Corporation.
Oh, he's on the run. I've left. I've lost him. He's on the run.
Yes.
I saw a minister. I was scared. So.
Honorable members, as you may recall, on Wednesday, 5th, 2025, February, the Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development tabled a proposal to authorize government to borrow up to USD 100 million from the Arab Bank for Economic Development in Africa, BADEA, a private window, USD 50 million from the Arab Bank for Economic Development in Africa, public window. USD 25 million from OPEC Fund for International Development to capitalize UDB. To guarantee Uganda Development Bank Limited to directly borrow from USD 40 million from Islamic Development Bank, USD 30 million from Islamic Cooperation for Development of a Private Sector ICD, and USD 30 million from International Development Trade Finance Corporation. The proposal was referred to the Committee of National Economy, which is now ready to report, and pursuant to Article 159, Sub-Article